Hello, I am the 10th Umbral Calamity, but you may call me Carbuncle. I have been summoned because I heard you guys can't even meet the DPS check. Yeah, I checked the logs. It's bad. To get good, consider pressing the red subscription button. Or not, and just let your DPS suffer. Hey, you might be good enough to beat this fellow. Barely. Okay, I'm done lecturing. Get back to watching these scrubs talk about stuff.
Why can't I get a steak?
Nah, man, you can't get one.
Why not?
Just for me. Cause my lady cooking for me. She ain't cooking for everybody.
We brothers.
What you think? What you think? This ain't no McDonald's, boy. You can't have it your way.
Wait, that's the wrong. That's Burger King. That's Burger King.
You heard what I said.
No, McDonald's is what is their slogan actually?
Yes, we love to see you smile or something like that.
No, yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, there it goes. I'm loving it.
I know, but what is it? McDonald's slogan? We love to see you smile, wasn't it? I could have swore that was what, bro.
Man, that might be some good ass crack, man.
What are you? Ain't nobody on no crack. What are you talking about?
You know, some crack rocks, man.
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, all that sesame seeds, boys.
That's amazing. I love it.
You deserve a break today. It's a good time for a great taste of McDonald's. Yeah, that was fucking McDonald's. There's a video right here. McDonald's breakfast commercial. Yeah, because they put the little smiley faces. I knew it was fucking McDonald's.
I never heard of it, man.
2001 breakfast commercial. We love to see you smile.
You can miss me with that.
All right, so we need to get into this, right? We got a bunch of shit we going over.
I started recording 3 minutes ago.
We're going to sacrifice this man's soul to the devil.
What? Who? Who?
I'm tired of this man. Yeah, I hear embarrassing me in front of the company.
I mean, I told you. I said, should I record? And I said, all right. I guess I record.
But you know what?
I told you.
No.
Throw it up, and I'll fall out. And that's how we ball out. Welcome everyone to our. This is supposed to be our 9th podcast, our 8th podcast. There's we lost audio for our 8th.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. So you're out of luck. I'm sorry. We'll do better. I'll do better.
All right. That's great.
So what are we talking about today, man?
Well, first of all, I need to start this recording myself so that I can capture your audio.
Okay. Because I see. I don't even trust myself. That's
all right. it's good. So let's go over the things that we went over before, but that were lost to time. So the last video that we recorded, but we lost the audio to, we went over the fact that Naruto is in Fortnite.
Yep.
The recap for that is Naruto's in Fortnite, and there's a bunch of fucking memes out there. They're fucking amazing.
Oh, I saw Sasuke memes. Those are funny.
Yeah, the Sasuke dance memes and the Naruto ninja's way with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube removing the dislike button.
I didn't see it yet. I mean, I still see the dislike button.
Are you looking at? Well, see what it is. You can still see the dislike button, but you can't see the count. So the count is gone for the dislike button.
No, the count's still there.
Is it?
I just disliked this video.
I don't know.
I shared my screen with you.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's weird.
But I think you can see it because you disliked it, but other people can't see like the full count though.
So if I go to this video, 1K dislikes.
Really? Oh, I guess they haven't implemented. I don't know. They're implementing it slowly. I guess. I don't know, but they're supposed to be removing the dislike button, and it's to protect creators, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Then you had Twitter with its new pay Twitter. What's it called? Twitter Blue or something like that.
You pay to edit your post. In 30 seconds or something like that.
I think it's 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
So in 60 seconds, you can edit your post within those 60 seconds. But after that, it's done. So it just opens up to people, trolling for the first 60 seconds. You go and say some wild stuff.
Yeah.
And it's also, because I've run into this issue on YouTube, you can have people try to promote themselves or their channels by, adding you or adding a bunch of people and then removing it, so that you get the notification that somebody sent you a message, but then when you click on it, the message is not there. Mm-hmm. I have this issue on YouTube with, I don't know, some random girls will reply to my comments to check out their channel, but then I click on the comment, it's gone. So it's like I get the notification.
Oh, yeah. I get those too, actually.
Yeah, it's so annoying because there's really nothing you can do to stop that from happening. And I mean, that's just what Twitter is going to become, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about that. We also talked about Skippy.
Yeah, we talked about Skippy. Oh my god.
First time seeing Skippy, huh?
That was rough. No, I swear I've seen him before, but I just didn't know his name was Skippy.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, no, he's cringe.
But I didn't see that video specifically. So I mean, the whole video was new to me. So that was rough to watch.
So to summarize that video in 10 seconds or something, is Skippy recording his whole entire date. His date came. They had lunch.
His own date.
Yeah. And when they were finished with the date, in quotation marks, right? They're walking somewhere, whatnot. And Skippy was being very weird and said things that he shouldn't be saying to make the whole thing awkward. Saying I'm a good date, right? I'm a good date. Blase blase. I didn't look at your breasts at all. So things like that. It was very cringy and just really bad. And ended up hugging his
date actually had another date planned, and that date came and saved her, and he ended up that date ended up hugging him. So the dude took the girl and then felt bad for the guy, so he gave him a hug on top of it.
Yeah.
This is pitiful.
Yeah.
Then we talked about Maximilian's video about streaming and what streaming has done to him when it comes to video games.
Right.
Pretty much he sees games differently now because he always streams in front of an audience, or he plays games in front of an audience. So he ended up getting early access, or I think it was a test, a network test, right, for Elden Ring. And he didn't want to do it by himself because he's so used to doing everything on stream. And then I was like, yeah, I could understand that, even if I'm not a streamer. If that's what that's what you've been doing all this time. Every game you play, you have to stream it. Every game you just should I be playing this by myself or should I be streaming this? It's
right.
You're always thinking about making content. And I was also compared to me growing up. I always played games with my friends. And no matter what type of game it was single player, multiplayer, we played together. GTA 3, I would play, I would die, give up the controller, let someone else play. That's just how we did it.
Right.
So it's for me, gaming is so connected to my friends. It's difficult for me to enjoy video games without my friends pretty much being present, playing with me or just watching or whatever. And then we talked about the Travis Scott concert.
That's right.
And that was a big oof. There's so much to that concert, but I'm sure if you're watching it, you've probably seen it all. There was 8 people that died, 2 that were reported later.
That died.
From like what, the 300 plus people that were injured at the concert.
Yep.
And with recent development, apparently he is being sued for $2 billion. A $2 billion lawsuit.
Not just him. Live Nation and Drake.
Yeah. Drake too? Drake's in it too?
Yeah, apparently.
I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know how involved Drake was in it, but I guess it was like everybody involved getting sued.
Yeah. Just ridiculous. And there's memes about him too. About Travis Scott. I was like, wow. It's whatever. But yeah, so that was supposed to be the 8th podcast, and this is technically the 9th podcast. And we're gonna be talking about gaming, right?
So yeah, you had a bunch of game topics that I quite frankly don't care about that you wanted to talk about.
Well, no, it's more of, I guess. Well, you're going to make a separate video of this, right? Of like about.
Oh, you're talking about not
that.
I'm not ready for that video.
Okay. All right. I'll summarize these 2 games then. Okay.
All right.
Actually, these few games. So there's these couple games that came out. One of them is Battlefield 2042.
Oh my god! I saw who was it? Angry Joe ran on Battlefield 2042, and again, I don't play the shooting games, but I was like, bro, I've played Call of Duty before, right?
Yeah.
Like I've played shooters before. I'm just not into it nowadays.
Okay, let me just let me explain what like Battlefield 2042 is.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Battlefield 2042. If you know Battlefield, you know Battlefield. It's a big battlefield. It's a big map where 64 out of 64 versus combat. And you have all these new vehicles. You have a grappling hook. All these cool stuff. It looks really cool in the trailer. Now, when it came to the beta and when it actually released, it didn't get received too well. You have a whole bunch of bugs. In the game itself, where you can't really shoot at all, like when you're if you're aiming down the scope, like literally like 5 feet away from somebody and you're shooting them, is sometimes that the hit doesn't register. Actually, most of the time the hit doesn't register, especially when you're aiming down scope from very far away. You're aiming down, like you're sniping this one person and your aim goes veer super left where it shouldn't. Like, so bullets doesn't go the same directory you're aiming at. That's another thing. And they obviously like changed everything about Battlefield, that what made Battlefield. And it's a problem because they made it to where like originally Battlefield, it was you have different jobs or different classes, right? You have an engineer, a medic, an assault, and a recon. Each one has their own specialty, right? Like, for example, medic, you heal. Assault, you give people ammo. Engineer, you repair vehicles in the game. And recon, you pretty much you're sniping and you can stay hidden and all that stuff, right? Now in here you have specialists, and each specialist have their own, like, they have their own quirks. You know, it backed away from original Battlefield and went back to like it didn't even went back, but it copied everything else. Like, you know how you have League of Legends, you have different type of legends and have the specialty. That's what this is, and it's in the base game. And the only way you can get classes is through like a a mode called Portal. And it's another cool thing by itself. I mean, I haven't really played the game yet, but I've watched enough of it to where I'm not gonna get the game myself because it's not Battlefield. It's more of like some type of battle royale, like Apex Legends or something like that. So all these things have been tripling down, and with all these bugs as well, like people can't connect. Like there's games where people connect just fine, and then there's the other games where you can't connect at all. So it's also very poorly optimized. It's really bad. I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't like buy it myself. But yeah, that's like, I guess, a summary of Battlefield 2042 and what's happening right now, and hopefully they can fix a lot of it. And also, they can go back to, they probably can't do this, but hopefully they can go back to the classes system. And like,
I mean, you could probably add it as like a mode, like just make a different mode with it in it.
Yeah,
So
like there is a mode, the new mode they put in there that utilize these specialists. But right now in the base game, these specialists are like they're like dummy powerful, right, in their own way. It's powerful like as in balance, but still like it's not Battlefield. So for example, you have one recon, he can or she can they're gender locked, by the way. She can see enemies through walls, like literal wall hacks, and if someone shoot at her, they're gonna get lit up like a candle. And there's like an engineer, the only engineer, they have different names, but this specialist is an engineer, and he could throw turrets down. And sometimes the turret, even though it's shining green or blue, the turret doesn't go down. Like you're sitting there spamming the turret, like, oh, I want to place a turret here, and people could just camp with that. It's weird. It's really weird. Time for Battlefield 2042. If you have anything else to say, I was gonna go to like another game.
Oh no, go ahead. What's the next game?
Okay, so the next game that's been giving people a lot of trouble is Call of Duty Vanguard. Call of Duty Vanguard, like, it's under Activision and it's under Blizzard. And Blizzard right now is going to a whole lot of things with Blizzard.
Oh yeah.
So Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer is pretty. It's not as bad, but you still have problems with people connecting and whatnot. And also, it's very. It's like what's new type of thing, right? They did World War II before, so it's like not really all that great. I mean, zombies seems kind of good. It's kind of received well. But the biggest thing I think that a lot of people didn't like is the story. The story is not. How can I put this?
From what I've seen, the story is very cutscene heavy.
Right.
And a lot of the times you're not actually doing anything. You're just watching a movie, pretty much.
Right. Like I was looking at like Angry Joe playing, and he threw a grenade through like some type of window. He threw like 3 grenades at the window, and nothing happened. Right? Like it exploded and everything, but it didn't. Like nothing happened. Yeah, it didn't break the window or anything like that. And his objective was like to throw something in there, and he was throwing grenades, and nothing was happening. As soon as he went around like a couple desks, and he saw a box, and it stays to grab a grenade and throw it, that's when the cutscene showed of him throwing the grenade, right, in first person.
Yeah.
In that same exact.
It's a special story mode grenade.
Yes. Yeah. To that exact same window, and and everything just blew up and with one grenade. Everything blew up in one grenade. It was like hilarious, right? Because it's like they were saying inside the game, they were saying that you could do anything in the game. Anything could trigger anything. But obviously, this is all cutscenes. Didn't really trigger anything. There's no adaptive setting. And same thing like this happened before too. Happened again for Angry Joe. He was supposed to snipe somebody, and he was sniping somebody in the back of the. They had like a little flamethrower. And he was sniping them in the back, like, oh, I'm gonna blow up the little tank behind them.
Right. You could do that in like. Like Division? Like
yeah,
Division
you can do
1?
that. Yeah, Division 1. Like,
yeah.
He was shooting it. He was shooting at it, and nothing was happening. And he ran out of sniper ammo. It was like, shit. And so he pulled up his his like assault rifle or something like that, or some type of pistol, and he started shooting, and it went into a cutscene of him with the sniper rifle that he ran out of ammo with. The person shot the sniper rifle through the tank of that person he was shooting beforehand and exploded.
That's awful.
And it was like, wait, that you can't write this. This is so hilarious. Like, how did they not catch this, right?
They I mean, sometimes you hope for the best when you try to make these games, and I guess you just end up getting in over your head. But I mean, we've dealt with so many games like this that have like false promises of what they want to do and like really big ambitions, and they just can't follow through. Like, how many games have came out that are just like not complete? I mean, since
I don't think it's that hard though, because they have the formula there. They just need to perfect it, and they're not trying to perfect it. For example, Halo Infinite beta, right? I think it's still kind of in beta. Is out right now at the time of this video, right? It is amazing. I'm playing through it, and I'm like, this is so smooth compared to other games that like I saw people play. And like, they have it's for free. You have a battle pass system. The battle pass system, of course, we're normalizing it, right? But at least with this battle pass system, you're able to pay for this battle pass, and you have it forever. So like, if you don't make it to the next, so if the next battle pass comes and whatnot, right, and you didn't finish that battle pass, you can still finish that battle pass and like buy the next one, and so you can work on 2 battle passes in the same time. That's what it should be. But instead of these games, you get a battle pass. Oh, you didn't reach at the end of the battle pass. Well, sorry, you can't get all the cool ass skins in there. And like Halo, they have there's so much customization to making your own Spartan. It amazes me that this is for free. I'm glad they took a year off just to work on it, right? Battlefield did the same thing. A year off, right? To work on. What did they do? They really didn't do anything. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Goodness. Yeah. But I mean, goodness. I don't remember which one came first, but I say all the way back from, I mean, the first one for me was Anthem. Then you have Fallout 76.
I forgot about Anthem.
Yeah, I mean, that's when it first started for me. That's when it was just like, you had all this hype for games, and they show you these trailers and what the game is gonna be, and then you get the game, and it's just all lies. Yeah, I feel like Anthem was the first one. I think you had No Man's Sky after that.
No Man's Sky was before that.
Was No Man's Sky before that?
Yeah, but
Okay.
at least No Man's Sky kept up with the game, and it's way better.
That's fine, but every game can't be that though.
Yeah.
And that's what game developers are on. Ever since Fallout 76, you had what's the name of the guy who made Fallout 76?
Bethesda?
The guy. What was I can't remember the guy's name, but I remember
16 times.
Well, yeah, that guy. The guy
Okay.
with the 16 times the detail. You know, he said something along the lines of, it doesn't matter how the game comes out, it matters how it finishes. And that's the concept, the mental, I don't know, mental concept these people have when it comes to making video games. Is like they don't care about how the game comes out. They're like, oh, we're gonna patch it later and add more content to it later.
What's the concept of finish though?
I mean, a complete fucking game. It's like you say that because you haven't found many complete fucking games, because we've been getting fucking shit for the longest.
Here's the thing.
How many games come out that have been complete?
Like that's the thing too. Is that like, you can make a complete game and it's a live service, right? So like, for example, like 1.0 can be a complete game and they just add stuff to it. That's why I feel like a live service should be. But people don't think that way, I guess.
Regardless, you end up spending your money on something and it's not complete. That's become the norm now with video games. It's like, oh, we'll add more content, or oh, we'll patch these things. Like I said, from No Man's Sky, the game pretty much had nothing in it. You had a bunch of lies, and like they always lie about what the games are capable of doing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like you remember them talking about, oh, you can meet people in this game. It's possible for y'all to run into each other.
Lies. Yeah,
and it was just straight up lies. And then like the Anthem trailer, like everything in that shit was a lie. Like and then you got Fallout 76 and all its bugs and 16 times the detail and just stupidness. I mean, even Final Fantasy 14, that game came out as a broken mess.
Right.
Again, these games can come out broken and have like a hero story, a comeback, you know, but that can't be, like, everybody can't be Final Fantasy 14.
Right.
Every game can't do that.
Right.
No Man's Sky was able to pick itself back up, I feel, and come back. But then you have games like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is not recovering. It's just not.
It's been it's been like what, a year or 2 years?
Yeah,
came
it's been, I don't know. It came out this year, didn't it?
This year, Cyberpunk?
Yeah, Cyberpunk came out this year.
Oh, May. Well, no.
Yeah, because it's literally in the nominee.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, it came out this year.
Dang, I feel like it was last year.
Yeah, nope.
That's how bad it is. Shit.
That's how bad it is. Like,
But
what else is coming out? Like you say, you got the Battlefield that came out, and how they hyped up Battlefield and talked about destructible environments. Not a single.
Oh yeah.
Like no.
Yeah,
you
Battle
can't
2042.
walls,
Yeah, you can't do
You
that.
can't destroy buildings. None of that shit.
There's actually this one funny scene of what's his name? It's a streamer. Something with an S, I think. Fuck. It's okay. It's some type of streamer. He played. Fuck. I'm trying to remember his name, but like, anyways, he was flying around in the airplane, right? And he was like, "Oh, I wonder if I can crash through the building." He hit a building, right? And he just bounced off. He didn't die. And
Yeah, like how you used to do in PS2 games.
Yeah, yeah. He went through 6 buildings, trying to smash into it until he actually died at one, at the 7th.
Until he just straight up exploded.
Yes, but the building is completely fine.
Yeah, the building is completely untouched.
Yep.
I'm sure. Well, yeah, these games, like, the games aren't coming out finished, and like, I'm at that age. Like, after what Anthem did to me, I don't just buy into games anymore. Like, I'm just like, anytime somebody's trying to sell me something that sounds too good to be true, I'm pretty much just like, nope, I'm gonna wait. Show me the Carfax. I don't trust it.
But you can have a live service game though that is completely finished, because like that's why I kind of thought of.
Okay, name one.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima is not a live service game. I mean, if you want to talk about the multiplayer, I guess. But
right.
The multiplayer is free.
You can also think about. I know Final Fantasy 14, the original, was like very shit, right? But A Realm Reborn was a completely new game, and that game was finished. It was a whole new game.
That's an MMO though. Yeah, it's an MMO though.
Yeah, so isn't that a live service?
I guess you can classify an MMO as a live service game. But live service games are more like MMO lights, games that want to be MMOs but that aren't actually MMOs, like Destiny.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't finished. That's still not finished. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You know what? I don't want to go into a full rant about unfinished games.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because there's plenty of them. They're still coming out. You have the GTA Definitive Edition that came out. That game's unfinished.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Right.
It looks worse, honestly, than the original game, in my opinion.
It looks pretty funny too.
It's like, how many more games are gonna come out like this? Like, what games are you looking forward to? They're probably gonna come out unfinished.
Yeah, it's really not that many games I'm looking forward to right now.
But I mean, I feel like it's the game developer, because you know, there are some games like the Spider-Man game that came out. That game was quality at release. That game was quality. It was a full game. That is something worth spending your money on, instead of these false promises that these other game developers are throwing in your face about all these fancy graphics and all the environments are destructible and all this nonsense that's not true.
And think about these games too; they're getting expensive too.
Games are like
PS5,
$70 new gen.
Yeah, new gen is so expensive.
You really have to spend almost $100 per game. Like, I'm not just throwing out $100 for a game that's not fucking finished, and just so y'all can patch it later on. Like, no, I'm not doing it. But let's move on.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Oh yeah. Another thing we had talked about was the Warner Brothers Smash game.
Oh yeah.
But actually, more stuff has come out about that. So actually, if you wanna look for the trailer,
okay.
Actually, I can look for the trailer for you, because I haven't watched the trailer. We can watch the trailer together.
Yeah, sure.
Because they actually,
I didn't watch the trailer. I just saw screenshots of it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they actually released the game. Or not release the game, release a trailer confirming that the game exists.
Okay, I'm gonna play it.
Hi, I'm Tony, the game director and co-founder here at Player First Games. We're here today to give you a first look at our new game, Multiversus. About 2 years ago, we had a question. Can we create a platform fighter that embodies everything we love about the genre, removes the pain points, and brings in some new ideas? Multiversus emphasizes teamwork and social play with an ever-expanding, diverse cast of characters that you know and love. This is our take on the competitive platform fighter. Cooperative, deep combat mechanics across multiple platforms, and free to play.
It was team based.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about. It's team based,
especially in 2v2. Every character has unique moves that focus on team play. Whether that's a smoke bomb from Batman to cover your team's movement, Batman out. Steven shielding his ally for extra defense.
Need a shield?
Saving someone with a lasso retreat.
Belly button?
Or using Bugs Bunny's tunnel. The better your teamwork, the better your chances are to win.
You're under my protection!
We built the game from the ground up for teamwork and co-op to deliver a more unique experience that we think players will enjoy. And for those of us who like to play solo, don't worry, we support that too.
A wolf of House Stark is not afraid.
Wait, is that a Game of Thrones character?
Yeah, that's Arya Stark.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Well, through visuals, their worlds,
she's great.
Their music and more is important to us. That's why iconic voice talent powers many of our characters.
Oh, they got voices confirmed.
I am Batman.
In fact, we think you'll recognize a lot of them.
Bet you didn't know about my dancing powers.
My roommate thinks I have anger issues.
They got official voice actors for this. They pretty much learned from Nintendo.
Characters from Tom and Jerry.
I mean, the Nicktoon one.
Not today.
Two.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Do the same. Oh!
And we'll have a range of customizations available for all of them. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I'm gonna eat so many Scooby snacks.
Multiversus supports cross-play and cross-progression, so you can focus on what's important.
Cross-play
With on one
and cross-progression.
Friendship power!
That also means guilds and more social features.
Wait,
Get
guilds?
ready to challenge other guilds with yours, and see who's really ready for a fight. We'll have leaderboards and other ways to prove who's the best. Remember the last time you DC'd from a match? What about lag affecting your inputs? Us too. Multiversus' goal is best in class online. We're investing a lot into making the most responsive gameplay and netcode.
Bad
In
netcode.
addition to dedicated servers from day one for the life of the game. Our vision for Multiversus is that anyone and anything is possible. We'll serve our community with regular updates, including new characters, modes, skins, and events throughout the year for you and your friends.
Oh, wow.
With your help, we want to grow Multiversus to the best game it can be. So
Oh
whether
my
you want
gosh,
free
Shaggy, you
downloads
looking
of
fucking
Legends
fresh.
Sports, you'll have a home here.
Batman versus Superman. Let's settle this once and for all.
That's our first look into Multiversus.
Dude,
We've got
KO
more
can
iconic characters and
fucking
features to reveal.
Shaggy,
Sign up
bro.
at multiversus.com for a chance
This
to
is
participate
wow.
in our upcoming playtests. We want to hear your feedback.
That's pretty crazy. Oh, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Oh, that's all.
Dude, his shirt. Dude. they love Shaggy. Holy shit.
With this, they've pretty much made UI Shaggy canon. Like UI Shaggy is now canon.
God damn, but he had different modes. He had different like power-ups.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shit. That was kind of good. Did you want to like flip through it or something, or?
First look.
Oh, shit.
Multiversus.
No.
No? You good?
I've seen enough.
You seen enough? Okay. That's really.
But yeah,
Interesting.
it looks good. It they coming for Smash, man. They were just like, oh, the crown is for the taking now. Now that y'all are done, cool. Let's make our new game because everybody likes new, and let's put a bunch of characters in here that you don't have in Smash. Like, dude, like Shaggy, you got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Bugs Bunny, Tom and
Bunny.
Jerry.
And you know there's gonna be Mortal Kombat characters too.
Yeah, there's gonna be more characters. So like, you could assume there's gonna be like I said, the Mortal Kombat characters, and I mean the roster that we kind of went over with the leaks, because this had leaked that the roster information had leaked before, because you had what Gandalf, that was supposed to be confirmed in this as too. I think there was like Lego Batman or something like that. But yeah, that's Multiversus.
Imagine Scoop like the actual dog Scooby Doo, and he looked like Beerus.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Okay. What else did you have to talk about?
So, I think what I wanted to talk about was Kyle Rittenhouse Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse.
Yes, the verdict of what happened. The verdict of him killing 2, wounding 1 last year came out today, and it was announced he was not guilty, and he was cleared of all charges. Me personally, I mean, from what the evidence they're given, right? It's not really. It's not. I expected as much, right? Like the only evidence I saw was, or they gave out was, someone tried to. Someone. Okay, so let me summarize the whole situation of this court. All right.
Okay.
Give you the snippets. So you have Kyle Rittenhouse at 17, right? There were, like, last year we had like a whole bunch of riots, and he was he was in one of them. He wasn't in the riot, but he was trying to protect a establishment, right? He had his A16. He had like gloves or something, and like a medic bag just in case if someone get hurt or something like that, right?
I was like, he had like a gun and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He had all this stuff protecting an establishment, and there was like, I think there was like some type of gunfire that happened, and Rittenhouse, like, and his brother and some other people went over to the gunfire to see like who it is or like what's happening, and I think the I'm not too sure what happened in between, but somehow or some way he got down on the ground, or Kyle got down on the ground, and there's like a couple people approaching him. One was the first man he killed, and he grabbed his gun. He didn't have a gun on him or anything like that. Well, for what we know, he didn't have any weapon, but he went to grab his gun. He shot him. Kyle shot him, and then there was another guy that was I think was trying to kick him or kick Kyle on the ground, and he got shot and died. But then there was the last person. He had his hand in the air at first, but he also had a gun as well, and he was trying to, I don't know what he was doing. Pretty much he went over there. He had a gun, like kind of being threatening. Okay. And Kyle shot at him, but didn't kill him or anything like that. And so he put his hand up in the air with the gun is still in his hand and backed away, and that was that. And so the whole court was about that confrontation.
Wait, but he killed 2 people.
Yeah, he did.
But I guess they classified as rioters.
Regardless of what you think, I mean, regardless, yeah. I mean, like, he killed 2 people. You know,
yeah,
they're rioters. It was confusing to me too. Like, I feel like he should have been charged more, but the judge dropped some charges because he said that I don't know exactly what he said, but I felt like there should have been a charge holding an AR when you're 17.
Yeah. As it's like it's an automatic weapon.
It can be.
It's like, are you old enough at that age in order to buy a gun? Like, was the gun his gun? Did he buy that gun himself?
He bought the gun, but through his father, I think. His father bought him the gun. The crazy thing is, right? They were saying this in court. Like, his father bought him the gun, or his brother bought him the gun, but he could have the AR, but for some odd reason, he couldn't have a handgun.
What? The law is so fucked up.
Yeah, like,
so the law is so behind that he's able to buy an automatic weapon, but he couldn't buy a handgun.
Right. So
that's so fucked.
I think the reason why for this is because with the AR, you can go hunting with it, right? Like at first he was going to buy a shotgun so you can do some type of sport with it. I can't remember, but he got the AR, and he said this in court because it's cool. Like the whole court thing was just mind-boggling to see to just even hear the whole entire thing. I didn't see it. I had it on my other screen and was hearing the whole entire thing. It's pretty bad. I feel like he should have been charged with that, but I guess the judge dropped that. He killed 2 people. Arguably, the very last guy was self-defense because he had a gun as well and was kind of pointing it at Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, for me, I'm just like, he escalated the situation by bringing a weapon to this whole situation. I don't know if the rioters had guns or not,
So that's the thing, right? That's another heavy thing they were talking about, because he didn't bring the weapon for rioters. He brought the weapon to protect a certain property. Okay, and I feel like in this way that makes sense. You're protecting your. It's like protecting your whole entire home, right?
Right.
Like you want to protect this establishment. But here's the thing about that. It wasn't his establishment. It was somebody else's. And that somebody else's didn't ask at least him to protect his establishment.
Right.
So he's protecting willy-nilly, but he doesn't, I guess, have the right to. So that's also odd for me. I feel like if he's not protecting the establishment, then that's wrong, right? But in the same part, if this, like, the third guy that had the gun with him pointing at him, and like this is, and like that's the only video evidence of this confrontation happening. Not the first 2, but the very last one, the third one.
Mm-hmm.
It was act of self-defense because Kyle was on the floor pointing, and the other guy was above him pointing a gun at him. It didn't look like he was holding his hand up or anything like that. It was like I'm about to shoot you. So of course Kyle's going to shoot back, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I feel like for that count, he should be not guilty for that. That's self-defense. But the other 2, I don't see how those other 2 were that he's not guilty for it, right? Because
I think it's like that's the thing with the legal system, is it came down to it's like, do you believe that he did this without reasonable doubt or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you're like, even us talking about this, like, we're not 100% sure all the facts. So like, because you don't have all the facts, you're gonna have a little doubt. You're gonna be like, well, what if it was this? You know,
Yeah.
why did he do this? And was like, when it comes to the court of law, because you can't prove without a reasonable doubt that he did these things maliciously or whatever, that it would just turn out that he would be not guilty, because you can't prove without a reasonable doubt. But in the end, I feel like this whole case, because of how the media has been covering it, is just going to be super politicized. And it's like, if you feel one way about him, you're going to be classified as, you know, right wing, and if you feel the other way, it's going to be left wing. So I really don't want to get, you know, hammered as like a political channel.
It's not that. It's just that, like, you know, it's just okay with the facts. With the facts given, like, what do you think about this? That's my whole takeaway on it.
Yeah,
because
I mean, for me, I feel like he's not like an officer. Even if these people were rioting, you brought a lethal weapon to this situation that was already escalated and made it worse.
Yeah.
He just shouldn't have been there with a weapon at that.
Like, honestly, he shouldn't even have a weapon carrying on him like that in the first place. He's 17.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't just get charged just for that. Like, you have you're carrying an AR when you're 17 outside.
Yeah, even as you know, there's a lot of people probably looking at this like, yo, had he been a black man,
people already doing that, and to be honest with them, like, to be honest with them, like, we don't need that right now.
We don't
need that right now. Like, I'm black, and I'm like, we don't need that. Like, this is not what it's about, right?
Right.
It's not about that at all.
But had he been a black man, though,
yeah, I know. Like, I already saw a post like that. Like, of course someone's gonna do it. Of course someone's gonna do it. Like, why wouldn't they? Right? They're gonna. Why wouldn't they? It's just what I want is just you, like, look at the facts. He's a 17-year-old boy carrying a gun. This shouldn't be a thing. Right? And I'm pretty sure when the riots were happening, there's a curfew. I think, right?
Because he had to break curfew, because that's when the riots were happening.
Because they were talking in the court, and he was saying that he was breaking laws. So I was like, why are we not talking about this of him breaking laws in court?
Yeah,
it's weird to me.
I'm not sure, but in the end, the justice system decided that he was not guilty.
Yeah,
on all accounts.
What I find it kind of weird too is that the judge told the defendant, well, like Kyle, to pick out the jury. I find that to be weird. I'm like, you wouldn't want that. I don't know. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Like, even though it was like it was a blind vote type of thing, like, what do you want to talk to what did the judge want to talk to the jury and say, like, hey, this is the situation. How do you feel about it? Are you biased? They want to get biased people, not like random people you pick out, right? That was yeah. But
it's a big mess. it is what it is.
Yeah, that's that.
And
That's that.
yeah, well,
That's all I want to talk about. That.
all right. Last thing, you want to talk about it, or do you want to save it for another video?
What?
The nominees.
Oh no, let's talk about it now.
All right, so the 2020 Game Award nominees were announced. So
Can you link me that on
yeah. So we have a bunch of categories, which is why I was wondering if you wanted to make this his own video. You have Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Audio Design, Best Performance, Games for Impact. I don't even know what that means. Best Ongoing, Best Indie, Best Mobile Game, Best Community Support, Innovative in Accessibility. Oh, Innovation and Accessibility, okay. Best VR/AR, Best Action Game, Best Action/Adventure, Best Role Play, Best Fighting, Best Family, Best Sim, Best Sports Racing, Best Multiplayer, Content Creator of the Year, Best Debut Indie, Best Anticipated Game, Best Esport Game, Best Esports Athletes, Best Esports Team, Best Esports Coach, Best Esports Events. All the esports shit, I don't give a fuck about. I'm just gonna tell you right now. But everything else,
I don't care about esports or content creator of the year.
Yeah,
because it's like fucking game. It's like game.
It's a Game Awards.
Like,
I'm not worried about actual people.
Why do you have content creator of the year? Like, why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Like, are content creator games? I never knew. Are we a game right now? Is that what we're saying?
All right, so you want to go over all these categories?
Yeah, we can go over them like kind of quickly, I feel.
All right. Game of the Year nominees is Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village.
I really only know of Metroid Dread, Ratchet & Clank Rift, and I played a little bit of Resident Evil Village. I mean, it's whatever. I feel as though Deathloop will win because they've been putting a lot of emphasis in Deathloop.
Yeah, if we want to go off of what they did last year, it's a high chance that Deathloop, because Deathloop, they kept talking about Deathloop in every like game announcements. Oh yeah, and Deathloop.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I don't hear anybody talk about Deathloop anymore. It Takes Two, I heard a lot of people talking about. Metroid Dread, of course. Ratchet & Clank, I actually did not hear many people talking about it, but on the at the same point, I went media blackout for this game, and I still haven't played it. It's sitting over there, but every time something new comes out, I can't go back to play
like
games.
SMT5.
So yeah, I'm playing SMT5, and guess what? The KOF 15 beta is happening right now.
Oh.
So I was like, I need to play that. But then the remake for Diamond and Pearl came out.
Oh yeah, it came out today, didn't it?
So I need to play. This is what I'm talking about. Like, all these games keep coming out. And it's like I can't get to play them all. Like, I just don't have the time.
That sounds like a you problem, man.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't wanna choose one. Resident Evil Village, I think, just because Lady Dimitrescu. I can't even say her name. Dimitrescu.
Big woman.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, the big Mama Milkies. Big fucking titties. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of her, Resident Evil Village. Oh, and the baby. Yeah. That was a pretty good part. So I don't know. Resident Evil Village might make it. Honestly, Resident Evil Village, I wish it did VR. If it had did VR, I think it'd have been good. But I enjoyed the story for Resident Evil Village. So yeah. Metroid Dread, I feel like is up there, but I don't think it's gonna win. I just don't. I think a lot of people are probably not going to care too much about Metroid Dread. If you played It Takes Two, like with you and another person, It Takes Two is amazing. It's an amazing co-op game. I would like for it to win, but I don't see it. And I haven't played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, so
when I look at all these games, I don't really see like Game of the Year, honestly. If these are the Game of the Years, that's a problem.
I mean, Resident Evil Village, I feel like is the only big game that's up there that could be Game of the Year. I feel.
I mean,
like the fact that Psychonauts 2 is up here is kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, that's my thing too. Like, I didn't even know that came out like this year. Reason why I'm like if Cyberpunk came out of the way it didn't, right? It would have been up here already.
Yeah, where is fucking Returnal?
Let's go to the next one. Best game direction.
Best game direction.
Deathloop. It Takes
Speaking
Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, then Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Oh my god.
So best game direction award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
Okay, as far as game direction, innovation and vision and design is I mean,
I want to say Returnal.
I want to say Returnal too. Returnal, that game. Oh my god! Just thinking about Returnal and like the ideas and the story and how the level progressed and trying to figure out what the hell was going on. That game is fucking amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like shit. It like when you have a game that story is showing you why you have like why when you die, that's part of the story.
Yeah.
If you win, like that's part of the story. Like it's everything you do is connected as part of the story. Like not many video games find a way to integrate you dying or you winning as part of the story itself. It's usually like, oh, you died, it's a video game. You either try again or you lose a life. You could try it, you know. Only other game up here that I feel like did that is Deathloop. So Deathloop might win that one too. I'm not sure. Next category.
Best narration. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in the game. Yeah, you already know, right? Deathloop. It Takes Two. Life is Strange, True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Psychonauts 2. I already know that Life is Strange is going to win.
You already know Life is Strange
is going to win.
Let's
go to the next one.
Like, oh my god.
Let's just go to the next one. Life is Strange is going to win. Okay.
Fucking virtue signaling, man. God
Best
damn it.
Art direction for outstanding creative or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. The Artful Escape, Deathloop, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I feel like I heard like a lot of good things about Kenna.
Yeah, I think Kenna, Bridge of Spirits will probably get that. If not Ratchet and Clank, because Ratchet and Clank with the whole Rift thing.
Yeah.
That the animation, the design, how that shit works is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I've also heard good things about Kenna, so I would be fine if either of those won.
Right. Alright, so we have the next one. Best score and music. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. The Artful Escape, Cyberpunk 2077, Deathloop, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Nier Replicant. Bro,
fucking
Nier. That
Nier.
It must be Nier.
110%.
It has to be Nier. It had to be Nier.
It has to be Nier Replicant.
Nier. 110%. Any Nier game, the song is on point. And soundtrack is on point.
I mean, I feel like the only other contender for this is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
That game, it has some pretty good songs that like narratively fit. Like they even made a streamer mode so that if you wanted to stream this game, they would take out the licensed music so that you wouldn't get copyright claimed.
Oh, I see.
That's how good that is.
Okay.
Next category.
Best audio design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Deathloop. And Deathloop is going to be in each one of them. Forza Horizon 5. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Resident Evil Village and Returnal. Recognize the... So audio and sound. I want to say Village did a good job about this.
Yeah.
I want to say, because each sound is like kind of important and like it makes.
I mean, it's a survival game. Like you're running around, you're hiding, you're trying to hide, and you hear things going on outside, and like little werewolves on the roof, and stuff like that. That type of sound design is really good. And I mean, even the parts where you're getting like chased and stuff, and you hear all these sounds around you, and I feel like it could probably win audio design just because of that.
Returnal, I know I played a little bit of it, but
I don't think it would be best audio design,
right? Because like the audio didn't really like when I think about audio design, I think about playing a game, and I need to listen in order to play the game.
In order to play the game, yeah.
I don't know why a racing game you would have that, but okay.
I mean, they're just talking about the sound effects of like the cars driving off road and the engine, and
I guess
yeah, I guess. Next category.
All right. We have the best performance awarded.
These are people.
Yeah. It's for the game though. Inside the game.
It's for the people who voice act in the game.
Right.
Okay. So I can't really go off because I didn't play a lot of these games, but I guess.
Erica Mori as Alex Chen in Life is Strange.
This. I already know.
Yeah. I really don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's playing as Anton Castillo in Far Cry 6. Jason Kelly as Colt Vaughn, Deathloop. Maggie Robertson as Lady
Dimitrescu,
Resident Evil Village. Or Ozioma Akaga as Juliana Blake in Deathloop. It's going to between. I want to say it's going to be Life is Strange.
What?
Because
that's the guy from Far Cry 6.
No.
This man is in like every trailer.
I know.
Of him talking about fucking Far Cry 6.
Listen. Life is Strange is a very story-driven game, right? Where you're going to be seeing a lot of Alex Chen. Right?
It's going to be the guy from Far Cry 6. Okay, I'm calling it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of with you there, too, because he was, like, my top one as well. He's really good in acting.
Yeah, because, I mean, this is the bad guy from Breaking Bad, if you never saw Breaking Bad. Yeah. So, like, yeah, he's in, like, all the advertising for Far Cry 6, and they're just like, oh, we gotta use this guy, and it's like, he's played that character before, so he fits well in the role. I mean, look at these pictures, right? Look at these. He's performing in the picture that is being taken of him.
Yeah.
He's got the shadow. He's got the hat.
Yeah.
He's got like a half smile. You can't tell if he's happy or pissed off. Intimidating. But I'm just what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. Next category.
All right. Games for Impact. for a thought-provoking game with a
What
pro-social
one
meaning
is?
or message. Before your eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon,
Boyfriend Dungeon. Goddamn.
Chicory, A Colorful Tale, Life is Strange, True Colors, or No Longer Home. Okay, yeah, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
Yeah, Games for Impact. Or unless Boyfriend Dungeon is some type of thing we don't know of. I don't know.
It's not. It's not.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
So Boyfriend Dungeon is it's a dating sim. Like I don't really need to say much more than that. It's like you're dating weapons, but the weapons are guys. Well,
Okay.
not all guys. They're people. So you're dating like your weapons in the dungeon. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Best Ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Apex Legends.
Let's go!
Final Fantasy XIV Online. Fortnite. Genshin Impact. Call of Duty Warzone. I want to say Final Fantasy XIV Online.
I don't know, man. Genshin. No, it's Final Fantasy 14 Online.
No. Like, you know what I also was I was also thinking about Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Bro,
I wouldn't be surprised
they-
at Fortnite.
Like Naruto.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Superman,
surprised
you got
at Fortnite.
Marvel.
Fortnite is ridiculous with their characters that they're getting. Well, they're just skins. They're not actual characters, but yeah, I can see Fortnite also winning this.
Like that's multiverse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the very first multiverse.
Even if I hate the game, I can see it possibly winning.
Right.
Next category.
All right, best indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. So 12 minutes.
So you have 12 minutes. You have Death's Door, Inscription, Kana Bridge of Spirits, and Loop Hero.
So I want to say for creative and it's weird for me because
there's two games I have not seen, have not played, which is Death's Door and Loop Hero. So I can't really go off those. But the other three I've seen. Inscription is a card game.
Yeah.
You know, I love my card games. So to have this like horror game aesthetic with a card game is pretty genius. Kinda the fact that this is an indie game and it looks so good and it plays so well, it's in the running for best indie just because I feel like people are just gonna gravitate to this just because of the looks alone.
Right.
Like an indie developer made something that looks like this. It's pretty crazy. 12 minutes is pretty interesting too. Because it's like there's a story going on and you have 12 minutes to figure it out. But if you don't, you're in like this constant loop of repeating yourself until you figure out how to get out of the loop.
So like to me, when they say creative and technical achievement, I feel like the most creative is one of either Inscription, 12 minutes, or Loop Hero, and because it's different. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think about creative, but I could be wrong, right? I've seen
it's just best indie. So I mean, it's just best game. I feel like from an indie developer.
Okay, I see. But Death's Door is a Souls-like game. That's really what.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I haven't played too much of it. It looks really cool. It's like it's in my wish list that I want to play it. It's look pretty silly and pretty fun. So it's like.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself buying a game called 12 Minutes. And I was like, I can beat this game in 12 minutes? That sounds...
Yeah, like...
Why would I spend money on a 12-minute game? But there's actually more to it than you think.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. Which I kind of like, in a way.
Yeah. But, it's not a game that I feel like after I beat it, I'd probably play it again. But I don't know.
Yeah, but you already know all the secrets.
Yeah, next category.
Best mobile game. For the best game playable on the mobile device. Yeah, Fantasia, Genshin Impact, League of Legends Wild Rift, Marvel Future Revolution, Pokemon Unite. It's a battle between Genshin Impact or Pokemon Unite. You know what? Pokemon Unite.
I didn't even know that some of these games you could play. Like, you could play Genshin Impact on mobile?
Yeah, you can.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
would say if it plays and looks like Genshin Impact, I would say Genshin Impact, because that's fucking kind of ridiculous for a mobile game. Like, Genshin Impact is a pretty good game. I just don't like the gacha mechanics. But as far as it also being a mobile game, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous, but it's been getting a lot of like.
Yeah, I've heard about the controversy.
And stuff. Right? But
yeah,
Pokemon Unite, like everybody, like even your cousin went on that, man.
And I'm a Pokemon fan, and I'm just like, nah, you're not getting me with the roguelike. Oh, not roguelike.
League of Legends.
League of Legends. Yeah. But then there's a League of Legends mobile game?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Or Marvel Future Revolution.
Or the Marvel, or the Fantasia.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. Well, I don't know. I want to say it'll probably be Pokemon Unite, because that game did like blow up. So maybe, but the fact that Genshin Impact is on mobile just baffles me. That's crazy. Next category:
Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. So you have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. So, community support.
Man, it's Final Fantasy 14. Fuck that.
Yeah, like
the Final Fantasy community just blew up this year. Like, that's why it's getting all these categories. So I feel like FF14, just show them some love, man. Let's go.
The main thing, transparency.
Transparency.
I can tell you 3 games in this list right now that doesn't do that. Doesn't.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this picture for Destiny 2, and I'm just like, what is this game? If Destiny 2 was not there and you showed me that picture, I would not know that this was Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Like, has a game like strived that far to be like unrecognizable? Like, I don't know. Like, these don't even look like Destiny 2 characters.
No, they don't. They don't.
I don't know.
I mean, Fortnite doesn't even look like Fortnite, so.
Yeah, that's true. Fortnite don't look like Fortnite. Like, you look at the trailers for Fortnite, and you're just like, yo, what is this game? And then you see the gameplay, and you're like, oh, never mind.
All right.
So next category.
Okay, innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by even a wider audience. A wider audience. Huh. I would say innovation would be... Okay, so...
Do you see that presented by Chevrolet?
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
Yeah, I see that too. Okay. So you have Far Cry 6, Forza Horizon 5, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, The Val Shadow of the Crown. I don't know what The Val is. I want to say Ratchet & Clank for it's very innovative.
I want to say Marvel because they're talking about accessibility. That the technology in the Guardians of the Galaxy game that allows streamers to play this game and stream it while removing the licensed music so they wouldn't get copyright claimed.
That's been done before. You know?
Has it?
Yeah, Cyberpunk even done that.
Oh well. I didn't play Cyberpunk because again, I don't play games where I know that shit's gonna fail.
Right. It's a tough, like, if you say that, I mean, like, it would be a tough between Marvel and Ratchet and Clank. The only reason why I say Ratchet and Clank because they have new things in there that, like,
I don't think the rift mechanic has ever been done.
Yeah, that, like, the way you could switch between two different places like that, it's like super amazing that I have never seen done before.
Again, I still need to play this game.
Yeah.
Which I might get into after SMT.
Man. Just give it to me.
Shut up. No. No.
All right. So
next category.
We have 14 out of 30. Best VR/AR. For the best game experience, playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. Hitman 3.
Okay.
I Expect You to Die 2. Okay. Lone Echo 2. Resident Evil 4. Really?
Right.
Snipe
Yeah.
Elite VR. Resident Evil 4 is VR?
Yeah. They made a VR for Resident Evil 4. Yeah.
I would pick that one.
It's like, yeah.
Resident Evil 4 it's like a remake, or is it like
it's pretty much the same game,
but in
VR. But I mean, but at the same time, it's like it's in VR, so it controls like a VR game does. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 VR. I would say I don't know much about any of these other games. I mean, Hitman 3, maybe, but I would vote Resident Evil 4 just because I like it more.
Yeah.
Next category.
Best action game. For the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat. Back 4 Blood. Chivalry 2. Deathloop. Far Cry 6. And Returnal. Honestly, if we're thinking about best action on like combat, I want to say it's Returnal. It's either between Returnal or Deathloop.
Returnal's combat like evolved every time you went to another stage,
right?
And you kept getting stronger and stronger, and it's so easy to like jump in on that game, man. I just fucking love it. I mean, I'm pretty biased on this one. I'm gonna say Returnal as well. I mean, I feel like Far Cry 6. I don't know.
It's not. I want to, because when I think of best action, I'm thinking of like what really pops out and what's kind of new. Deathloop is new because it's like a PvP, VP. I guess you have like another person
that can join the game and try to kill you.
You're trying to kill
like
you
in Dark Souls,
right? While you're trying to finish the objective. And you're in both of y'all in a loop, right? Which is kind of cool. Then Returnal had their action was just like really good and brushed up. And all the other games are kind of like we've seen before. Especially like Back 4 Blood. Like that's basically Left 4 Dead. But but prettier.
But pretty. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like Far Cry 6 will probably end up winning it, despite me wanting Returnal to win it. But I digress. Next category.
Best action adventure. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Ooh, so this is a tough one.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, then Resident Evil Village. So, I mean, Resident Evil always have combat and puzzles. I want to say.
Yeah. I don't think Resident Evil's best action game. I just don't.
Yeah, it's not really that much for. I want to say like I haven't played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, but I would see that like Ratchet and Clank usually have puzzles in it, right?
Yeah, they have a couple puzzles and stuff in it.
Okay, so I want to say it could be either
Metroid Dread or Ratchet and Clank. That's how I feel.
I mean, I want to kind of add in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Right.
Because I can see them having puzzles in there, but I don't know for sure. I never played the game. But I could see having puzzles in there.
Yeah, I think you're probably taking the description a little too literally. I think it's more like you need to think about... Yeah, you got to think about the public's view of best action / adventure game. How many people do you think actually played these games and would vote on them? And which games do you think they would vote on?
They would vote for all of them, honestly.
I could see the Nintendo fan base voting for Metroid Dread, the Metroid fan base, but is the Metroid fan base bigger, and would more of them show up to vote more than the Marvel fan base? That's kind of the question, really.
Yeah, but
because I mean, in the end, the people looking at this are the people who are just voting, and even if you thought a game was good, everybody didn't play every game. So a lot of people probably didn't play Returnal because they couldn't get a PlayStation 5 and probably don't know how good Returnal is, so it probably won't win a lot of these categories. Same thing for Psychonauts 2.
But I don't think this is part of the... I don't think these nominees is from the players.
I think you can literally vote. It says sign in to vote.
Yeah, I know, but this was last year too.
I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
Like
you think about what game of the year was last year.
Yeah, it was that game, dude.
It
was that game.
I don't know. For me, it's either Metroid Dread or Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
Next category:
best role-playing game, for the best game design with rich player character. What? Character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077, Monster Hunter Rise. That's your shit, right? Scarlet Nexus. Oh no, Shin Mega Man Tensei 5. It just came out.
I'm playing this shit right now.
Tales of Arise. All right. Well, I mean, like,
okay, for me, if I had to really, you know, think about it really hard, and you know, really look deep down in my kingdom of hearts, I would have to say it's gonna be Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yeah.
But if I had to think, you know, how many people actually are going to play this game, it's probably Tales of Arise or Monster Hunter Rise. I feel like those two would probably be best role playing.
Man, not Cyberpunk 27, man.
Hell no.
Why not?
Hell no. Cyberpunk, no. Monster Hunter Rise, I don't know how many people gave that game a chance. After Monster Hunter World, I feel like the game really was good, but I think a lot of people probably skipped Monster Hunter Rise and was just waiting for Monster Hunter World 2. Tales of Arise, most people had never played a Tales game, so to play this game and the story and the combat is pretty awesome.
Okay.
But it's just like, this is why I say, I think we had this conversation about role-playing games and then like strategy games and then like turn-based role-playing and like turn-based strategy. Because Shin Megami Tensei is a turn-based game, I feel like it might not win this category when you have these other more flashy combat action role-playing games.
I feel like
it's the only turn-based game in this whole category. Everything else is an action role-playing game. And the only thing that really makes it role-playing is that you have like stats, right? That's what classifies these games as role-playing games, but they're practically just action games.
I mean, it's not stats. It's just role-playing is just like you're playing a role. Like I can role play as Romeo in a fucking play. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you could role play as anything. So if you're saying that, you could be like, well, I'm role playing as Dante in the Devil May Cry 5 game.
Yeah.
But Devil May Cry 5 is an action adventure game. It's not a role playing game. Role playing game is considered role playing when you have these stats attached to the character. That's when it becomes a role playing game. Like all these games, Cyberpunks, there's stats. Monster Hunter Rise, you have stats. Scarlet Nexus, you have stats. You have a leveling system. Tales of Arise, you have stats. You have a leveling system. Shin Megami Tensei 5, you have stats. You have a leveling system. That's what makes these games role-playing games.
I guess, yeah, you're right. I never thought of it like that because of stats.
But yeah, I want Shin Megami Tensei 5 to win this. Cause
of course you do. Of course you do.
For Shin Megami Tensei 5 to win this, one, that would shit on all those reviews that people made about this not being pretty much Persona 5, and it would just help this franchise to be more known and hopefully get more support in the future so that we can get, better looking graphics.
And IGN don't like it, man.
God damn it. Anyways, next category.
Best fighting. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. So,
hell nah.
Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, The Hinokami Chronicles, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood Type Lumina, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Virtua Fighters 5 Ultimate Showdown.
Okay, so I am part of the FGC, so I would probably have an understanding of which one it needs to go. I'll say so. Demon Slayer is just the Naruto game, and I feel like that game probably won't gravitate towards a lot of people unless you've watched Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Strive is probably Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I would say, like, the way it makes the game, like, if you're a new person, you've never played fighting games, and you touch this game, no matter what little combos you do, it all feels satisfying. And that's something a lot of fighting games can't really do, because they're like all about the combos and stuff like that. So if you think about like a game like Melty Blood, so Melty Blood is a very combo heavy footsie based game. So it's about having good movements, catching your opponent off guard, and then once you hit them, execute your combo. I mean, that's fighting games in general. It's way more fast paced. It's an anime fighter, so you have your aerial dashes and stuff like that. But the combos don't feel as satisfying unless you like end it with a super or something. But Guilty Gear combos, like just like the basic combos, like you see me and Terrio play this game.
Yeah, you and your cousin.
Like, Terrio knows what the fuck he's doing, but he do some combos and you see some shit like, oh man, that looks sick, and every move, every hit just feels satisfying. It's just great, and I think a lot of casual people will gravitate toward this game because of that. And that's what you really need in your fighting games. You need a casual fan base that'll come and play your game. You're always going to have your diehards, the people who just, I'm going to be the best at this game, that are going to play it. But that's what you need. But then you got Nicktoons All-Star Brawl. No. Virtua Fighter 5 is a good game. I hope Virtual Fighter gets, continues after the Virtua Fighter 5, because we played this, me and Terrio again. But Virtual Fighter is not really my cup of tea. And I think I remember you saying you liked more Tekken-like fighting games. So if you like Tekken, Virtual Fighter would have been that game for you. I think it was like free at one point for PlayStation Plus, and that was the reason why we played it, because it was free. So it's like, yeah, the barrier of entry was pretty low.
I experienced Virtua Fighters 5 before. I mean, like, it's different, right? It's a little bit weird. I don't know.
It was pretty difficult for me to understand how the moves work and how to do things.
Yeah, it wasn't like a Tekken. It was like its own thing.
Virtual Fighter is its own thing, but I mean, for the people on the outside looking, they were like, "Oh, this is just like Tekken." Yeah. So it's like the closest thing you could really give them. I mean, Virtual Fighter is its own thing, because Virtual Fighter came out before Tekken. Virtual Fighter is the original 3D arena fighter.
Right.
But Guilty Gear Strive, most definitely.
Okay.
I feel like some of these games might have been added on there because weren't that many fighting games, because we don't get many fighting games.
No, not anymore.
And some of these games I don't really classify as fighting games, but I digress. Next category.
Best Family. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform.
Let's go.
It Takes Two. Mario Party Superstars. New Pokemon Snap. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's
Fury.
I didn't know that was a family. WarioWare Get It Together.
Oh god.
I kind of want to say Mario Party Superstars because it gives you every Mario Party.
Like, when I see best family, I'm thinking like games that I would play with friends and families. Like if I like go spend time with the folks on Thanksgiving or Christmas, what game would I be able to play with like people of multiple ages and all of us be able to understand it and play it together?
Yeah.
Pokemon Snap is like a single player point and click. Like, no. Mario, I fucking hate Mario. So I'm a little biased on the Mario. Mario 3D World, I feel like might be a little too complex for...
You mean Wario?
No. Talking about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser Fury. That game might be too complex for older people to understand. WarioWare is pretty good. I think it's probably like the second running. I would buy this game if I had people to play it with, but I don't, so I didn't buy it. But WarioWare is pretty awesome. I like WarioWare. It Takes Two again.
That's for your girlfriend or significant other. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on from that. God, dog.
So yeah, I want to say Mario Party Superstar because I can play that with my mother, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, sister, mom, grandma. Like, everybody will be able to play Mario Party.
Yep.
It's not complicated, so I think Mario Party would probably be the best for that.
Okay.
Next category.
Best Sim Strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Age of Empires 4, Evil Genius 2, World Domination, Humankind, Inscription, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't want to say... I mean, this is kind of weird because you say sim and strategy.
Yeah.
Is Inscription kind of more strategy than it is sim?
Yeah, it's more like what do you classify as a sim? Turn-based simulation? I mean, it's turn-based.
Like, that's kind of weird.
I mean, the Inscription, you're going through this board, right? It's like you're playing D&D, and this character is narrating you. So as you're progressing through the board, things happen, and you can decide. Like, there's one point where you run into some people, and they're all hungry or whatever, and then there's this place that you can set one of your monsters to make them stronger, and I guess there's like a chance that your monster could get stronger, or the people there would like eat it you know, because they're all hungry. It's just crazy stuff like that happens, and then like the battle system is just card based. It's really crazy, but then there's like more levels to it where like you can get up from the desk and like you're in a room and you can move around. It's pretty amazing, I have to say.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not too sure about what's going to win, honestly.
Yeah,
I would say Microsoft Flight Simulator, just because like it got like a lot of press.
I feel like Age of Empires, considering that this game is on the 4th one, has to be good to somebody. You know?
Yeah.
So I can see that probably being in there, but I mean, if I had to pick one, I would say Inscription, but that's just me. Next category:
Best Sports/Racing for the best traditional and non-traditional sports of racing game. We have F1 2021, FIFA 22, Forza Horizon 5, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Riders Republic.
I know what it's not. It sure as hell ain't FIFA 22.
No, it can't be that.
If I had to choose one, I would say Riders Republic. Because this game, I don't remember the number of people that can play this game at once, but think of like 30 plus people racing all at the same time with like you and other players. That's what Riders Republic is, pretty much. It's just crazy nonsense and just really fun.
Yeah,
I think it's a good spin on racing games, so I feel like it should win based off that.
Yeah, like what I forgot about Riders Republic. It's like pretty much that one snow. It's like another thing from that snowboarding game Ubisoft created, where you can
Tricky.
It's not
It's tricky.
It's not tricky. It's It's called something else. It's like one word to it, where you can pretty much like go anywhere. you go anywhere, snowboard, and then on the fly you can switch to a different ride, like a snowmobile or something like that. That's what this game reminds me of, but it's only like a desert version.
I don't know. I don't play it.
Okay.
Moving on. Next category.
Best multiplayer. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genres or platform. Back 4 Blood.
6.
Knockout City. It Takes Two. What? Monster Hunter Rise. New World. Valheim. I don't know what Takes Two doing here. I feel.
I mean, it's a multiplayer game.
Yeah, it is. It is.
2 people.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of unfair for an MMO to be in the best multiplayer category.
Yeah.
And then New World over Final Fantasy 14? Like what?
Well, the thing is, New World came out this year.
Right. I guess that's why Final Fantasy 14 was in the other categories, but not this one.
Right. Because it's best ongoing, right? You can't be best ongoing and best multiplayer of the year.
Right, I guess. Okay. I mean, I guess that's the problem with MMOs is they wouldn't be in a lot of these categories because they're MMOs, so they would not be qualified by nature. So I say Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah, I'll say that too. I want to say that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next category.
Oh god. Content creator of the year.
Are we doing these? Are we doing these?
I'm really. Wait. That's
beautiful. Let's. What?
Oh, that is her.
Oh.
That looks weird. Okay. Content creator of the year. We're not going to talk about.
Yeah. There's 2 more. Let's just do the. I'm not doing the. I mean, unless you want to do the esports game, I guess.
I don't want to do esports either. It's games. what people doing here, man?
Well, there's one that says best esports game, but.
Oh, esports. Okay, we can do that one. Best debut indie. for the best debut game created by an independent studio. The Artful Escape, the Forgotten City. That's their first game? Kenna?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sable.
I've never heard about Ember Lab.
It's have to be Kenna.
Yeah.
It has to be Kenna.
It has to be Kenna. I would 100% say Kenna.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
That's a really good debut.
Yeah. All right, next category.
Okay. Most anticipated game. Recognizing and announced.
This shit is stacked.
Yeah, hold on. Recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated the potential to push the game medium forward. Elden Ring.
Oh my goodness.
God of War Ragnarok. Horizon Forbidden West. The sequel of the Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Starfield.
Oh,
Get Starfield out of here, okay? We're looking at these four right here. That is the tightest. That's the
this shit
tightest
is stacked. This shit is stacked. I mean, first of all, Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year before. So the fact that the second one is in here as most anticipated is like, yeah, of course it is. Elden Ring, though, people are mad hype for Elden Ring.
It's
and you got
hyped.
Horizon and God of War, bro. I literally don't like any of these games can win. Any of these four games. I don't know about Starfield. I feel like
we don't
Starfield
know
is
anything
like
about Starfield.
Yeah, they don't know much about it.
16 times.
Yeah, Bethesda has been falling off, so it's kind of hard to really say.
Right.
But I don't know. Most anticipated for me is definitely the sequel to Breath of the Wild, 100%. Like, if I had to think about a game that I'm going to get, period, without a second thought, it's Breath of the Wild 2. Elden Ring, I wasn't really hyped about until I saw it later, and now I'm kind of like, yeah, I'll have to jump on this.
Like, I'm already on Elden Ring, bro. You already know me, bro.
Yeah, I know you.
But anyways,
next category?
Yep.
Next category.
Best esports game. For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. I don't know why it just say Call of Duty.
It just says Call of Duty.
Alright.
It's not anyone specific. It's just like Call of Duty.
All of Call of Duty.
I think that's kind of unfair, but okay.
Yeah. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Valorant. Now,
again, I have no clue. You probably have more info on this than I do.
Yeah, I know of I know all of them. Okay. Counter-Strike. Let me put this in perspective, right? Counter-Strike pretty much made Valorant, and Dota 2 pretty much made League of Legends, because they're both same game, right? So Counter-Strike, Valorant is just Counter-Strike with fireballs.
Right.
Dota 2 and League of Legends are hero-based game that they play very similar with one another, but you have different type of heroes and whatnot. Between those two is very difficult, right? Valorant and Counter-Strike is difficult as well, because Counter-Strike always been big with esports, but you don't see as much Counter-Strike anymore. You probably see more maybe Valorant now, because it's a whole new game.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, I don't know.
I would say it's either League, because I feel like League of Legends still has a big scene. Like there's people still playing League. It's still pretty big. Mm-hmm. League is starting League is one of those games that is so big. I feel like if they were to try to make an MMO, it would probably do well.
They are making an MMO.
They can make a fighting game. It will probably do well.
They're making the fire game.
All right, you know what? That's it.
What?
We're done here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nowadays time just blends together, sun just rose and now it's set. How you play nice without my presence, telling me you live without regret. How do you sleep without the guilt then? How do you get any goddamn rest? How can we act like it's all good when you know what you did? And I'm so tense, feel so small, powerless 13-year-old girl who can't be what he wants. Not my family, not my fault, I'm not deemed responsible. Should've known, I should've told, but he was someone that I trusted. He was welcome in our home.
There's nothing else.
I think we went over everything. I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the DPS check podcast. Let us know. Did you pass the DPS check or not, or did you hit in rage? Or let us know if we hit in rage.
Yeah, we definitely hit in rage. Holy shit. God damn, man. All right. Until the next time.
All right. Thanks for watching.
See y'all later. Bye.
Later.
Such devastation. This was not my intention.